Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. Welcome to the channel. This is my very first video. I am introducing to you guys the basics of trading for beginners. I have came up with a slideshow that I hope will guide you into some lingo, understanding the market, what is the stock market, just the basics that you need to get started. And this is more of a knowledge base and not so much of hands-on just yet. I just kind of want to introduce the market to you guys. If you're struggling to understand it or don't know where to begin and things like that. And I know you guys have ran into multiple videos of people just showing you guys, like, you know, how to chart, how to graph, different patterns in the market and things like that. But I just want to come on here and just kind of keep it simple for you guys so you can get a better understanding. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this slideshow for you guys. Make sure you have your pen and a notebook so you guys can take notes along the way. So our very first slide is trading for beginners and what I wish I knew before I started trading. Our next slide is going to be the objectives. So the objectives that you guys will take away from this slide will be understanding the stock market, as I mentioned before, understanding the market lingo, which you'll definitely need if you're going to start investing in the stock market. How to build your portfolio. That's another very important thing, and that'll come more to you the more you trade and the more you start to understand how the stock market works. What trading platform to use? I know there's been a lot of people asking me what trading platform do I use. Me, personally, I use multiple because I also do crypto. But in this case, I'm going to keep it simple and just give you guys one platform to use, which is beginner friendly. And last but not least, how to start making money in the stock market, which is what everyone wants to do. But you also have to understand that you will lose some in the stock market. But what we want to learn is how to manage that risk of losing the money within the stock market. Okay? So our next slide is, what is the stock market? You know, that's a good question because some people, you know, they hear about it, but they really don't know what the stock market actually is. And so here I've jotted down a few bullets for you guys to understand what the stock market is. So the stock market is where buyers and sellers come to invest, honestly. So it's a market built on buyers and sellers. It gives you ownership to the investors. So the more you invest and the more stocks that you obtain, the more ownership you have over that company, you know. And again, the stock market is for buyers and sellers. So as long as you have those two, you will never have to worry about the stock market going anywhere. And of course the companies, because you need something to invest in. So next, we have the market lingo. So I say it's important to understand the market lingo because sometimes you hear people say, oh, this is a ticker symbol, da 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 da. Like, man, what are you talking about? Let me explain. So, starting out, you have your stock, aka the company. So if I ask you, you know, what stock are you going to buy? All I'm saying is, what company are you going to invest in? Next, we have the ticker symbol. So the ticker symbol is the abbreviated phrase that the company used to trade on the market. For example, you have Apple, APPL. You have Google, GOOGL. Those are abbreviated. So when you go and search on, let's say you log into TradingView and you go to search the company, you have to have the exact ticker symbol, aka abbreviation, in order for that stock to pull up so that you can view that chart for that stock. So it's very important to know the company that you want to trade, also the correct ticker symbol, okay? And make sure you guys are writing this down, make sure you guys are taking notes. Again, this is just basics, more so knowledge than hands-on, just so you guys can have a better understanding, okay? So next we have a bull market or a bull run. You will hear that a lot once you get started on your trading journey. So a bull market is pretty much saying that you have a market that's moving up, okay? Also known as a bull run, okay? So that just means the market is in an upward trend. So if you want to invest, you would buy it at the dip and ride it up, okay? And we'll get more into that. Again, this is my very first video, so stay tuned. Maybe I can show you guys how to get in and get out of trades and things of that nature, okay? Bear market is the opposite of bull. So when you hear someone mention, oh, the market is bear, that just means the market is going down, okay? Or you hear a bear run, okay? Next we have put or call. These are geared more so towards like day traders, okay? So when they buy into a stock, they're either going to put it in for a put or they're going to put it in for a call. It's kind of the same as a bull and bear. A put, the market is going down. If you want to do a call, you're doing it as in you're saying the market is going to go up or that stock itself is going to go up, okay? Not just the market. Let me rephrase that, okay? So put or call, you just put it in to understand if that company is going to go up in the stock market or if that company is going to go down in the stock market. One major lingo you would like to take away from this is the SP 500. The SP 500 is the 500 most traded companies in the stock market, okay? As well as the NASDAQ. And the way I kind of break that down is the NASDAQ records the performance, and the SP 500 it records like the movement of the companies, if that makes sense. So the SP 500 kind of what starts the market trend for the day, for the month, or for the year, for that matter. So definitely important to pay attention to the SP 500. Okay, next we have the building your platform, okay? So when building your platform, you want to choose, when building your portfolio, you want to choose the correct platform, okay? And I will get to that towards the end of the slides, okay? Step 2, you want to choose the type of stock you would like to invest in. So with this being for beginners, I would say choose one stock that interests you, right? So the way that I do it is, I like video games sometimes. I don't play them much, but I definitely like Mario. So invest in Nintendo. Or if you like anime, invest in some type of, anime things. And then if you want to get more, realistic, you have your oil, you have gold, silver, and things of that nature. So you just have to find what interests you and choose one to begin with. And you want to study that stock, learn that stock, understand how it moves during, hard times in the economy, and good times during the economy. Okay, you want to learn everything about that stock. And third, step 3, you want to prepare that investment for a long-term investment. I have short-term investment on there, but again, that's more so for day traders. But when you guys just starting out, definitely look for long-term. So long-term can be anywhere between 5 to 6 months, okay? Maximum, I would say 8 months with that. But your portfolio is nothing more than all of your stocks, or shall I say assets, in one portfolio so you can see how they're all doing at once, okay? Next, we have what makes the market move. That's very important as well. So pretty much government decisions, supply and demand, and inflation. They all work hand in hand. Any decision that the government makes, let's say a few days ago, Powell spoke and it had the market, just moving. Things like that can really set you up for, to make good money if you're on the right side of the market during that time. Inflation. You saw people complaining about the eggs, prices of eggs, they're $8. That's inflation. And so, the market kind of takes a crash because consumers, are hesitant to spend and buy and things of that nature. And as you can see here, inflation determines the price range on goods and services for the economy. So that is very important to know. And, keep an eye out on the news. Most news that's pertaining to the stock market. You don't have to get caught up in all the gibberish and, things of that nature in the news. But definitely anything that can persuade the stock market to go a certain way, you want to pay attention to. Okay? And last but not least, guys, just the basics needed to start investing. Okay, and this is where I introduced to you guys the platform. So make sure you're still taking notes. You have your pen and your paper ready. So number one, download Robinhood. It's an easy step-by-step process, and it'll take you through the steps that you need to set up your account here. Robinhood is for beginners. I still use Robinhood myself. That's how amazing it is, and I've been using it since, I want to say, like 2016, honestly. So I've had Robinhood for a while. Second, you want to make sure that you have $500 that you can invest. Make sure it's not your rent money. Make sure it's not, money that you need for a bill. Make sure it's money that you have freely to invest in yourself and turn it into something positive, okay? And maybe even become your emergency fund. Who knows? But make sure you have it, to spare and not, use your last $500 knowing that you need it, okay, guys? Number three, you want to find that one stock, as I mentioned before, and study it, and make sure you really study it. Don't just click on a few buttons and say, okay, I think I got it. No, you really have to put time into this, guys. Like, it takes time. You're not going to get rich overnight and things of that nature, but if you do this the correct way and you do it the proper way, you can become a millionaire off of the stock market. I promise you. Number four, start out investing long term. Again, when you guys just starting out, you want to invest long term. So let's run it back. Get you one stock. Make sure you have $500 that you can invest freely, and study that one stock and invest for long term, which is 5 to 6 months, 8 months max. Okay, guys? And last but not least, if you don't take anything else away from this video or presentation, 5, you have to have patience. And I learned this the hard way. I've lost so much money because I'm trading aggressively. I'm checking my charts every 2 seconds, seeing if it's going up, if it's going down. Like, it stressed me out. Like, and I had to take a break and understand that it takes patience, and you have to have patience, or you will lose in this market. Okay? You have to have patience. If you don't have anything else, you have to have patience, okay? So that was my presentation for you guys. That was my video for you guys. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you guys took notes and not just sit there and, watch me talk. If you guys want more, make sure you, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's my new YouTube channel. This is my first video. It's going to be Street and Trading. I will be uploading more content for you guys, especially the charts. Once you get into the charts, you'll start to understand how the market moves. But again, I hope you guys took something away from this, and I appreciate you guys for staying this far.